Hare Krishna everyone, we're continuing to read The Science of Self-Realization, the book by His Divine Grace, Srila A.C. Bhakti-Vedanta Swami Prabhupada. Chapter 6, Finding Spiritual Solutions to Material Problems. And this section is entitled Human Society or Animal Society. Introduction. In an interview with India's Bhavan's Journal in August 1976, Srila Prabhupada asked, "How can there be happiness or peace in animal society? They want to keep people like animals, and they are making a United Nations, simply a dog's race. The dog is running on 4 legs, and you are running on 4 wheels, that's all. And you think that the 4-wheel race is advancement of civilization?" Interviewer. The first question is this: is the influence of religion on the wane? And if so, does this factor account for the increase in corruption and the widespread deterioration of moral values? Srila Prabhupada. Yes, religion is on the wane. This is predicted in the Srimad Bhagavatam 12.2.1. Tataschanu dinam dharma satyam shaucham kshamadaya kalena balina rajan nankshatyayur balam smriti. Quote, in the Kali Yuga, the present age of quarrel and hypocrisy, the following things will diminish: religion, truthfulness, cleanliness, mercy, duration of life, bodily strength, and memory. These are human assets, which make the human being distinct from the animal. But these things will decline. There will be no mercy, there will be no truthfulness, memory will be short, and the duration of life will be cut short. Similarly, religion will vanish. That means that gradually we will come to the platform of animals. Interviewer. Religion will vanish? Will become animals? Srila Prabhupada. Especially when there is no religion, it is simply animal life. Any common man can distinguish that the dog does not understand what religion is. The dog is also a living being, but he is not interested in understanding the Bhagavad Gita or the Srimad Bhagavatam. He is not interested. That is the distinction between man and a dog. The animal is not interested. So when the human beings become uninterested in religious things, then they are animals. And how can there be happiness or peace in animal society? They want to keep people like animals, and they are making a United Nations. How is it possible? United Animals? Society for united animals? These things are going on. Interviewer. Do you see any hopeful signs? Srila Prabhupada. At least they have detected that religion is declining. That is good. Declining means they are going to be animals. In logic, it is said that man is a rational animal. When the rationality is missing, then he is simply an animal, not a human being. In human society, either you become Christian, Mohammedan, Hindu, or Buddhist, it doesn't matter. There must be some system of religion. Human society without religion is animal society. This is a plain fact. Why are people so unhappy now? Because there is no religion. They are neglecting religion. One gentleman has written me that Tolstoy once said, quote, "Unless dynamite is put underneath the church, there cannot be any peace," unquote. Even now, the Russian government is very strictly against God consciousness because they think that religion has spoiled the whole social atmosphere. Interviewer: It seems there could be some truth in that. Srila Prabhupada: The religious system might have been misused, but that does not mean that religion should be avoided. A real religion should be taken. It does not mean that because religion has not been properly executed by the so-called priests, religion should be rejected. If my eye is giving me some trouble on account of a cataract, it does not mean that the eye should be plucked out. The cataract should be removed. That is Krishna consciousness. Interviewer: I think history shows that many people have misused religion. Isn't that a fact? Srila Prabhupada: These people have no conception of God, and they are preaching religion. What is religion? Dharmam tu sakshat bhagavat pranitam. Quote, the path of religion is directly enunciated by the Supreme Lord. Unquote. They have no conception of God. They do not know what God is, and they are professing some religion. How long can it go on artificially? It will deteriorate. That has become the present condition. They have no idea of God, so how will they know what is the order of God? Religion means the order of God. For example, law means the order of the state. If there is no state, then where is the order? We have a clear conception of God, Krishna. He is giving his order, and we accept it. It is clear religion. If there is no God, no conception of God, no order of God, then where is religion? If there is no government, then where is the law? Interviewer: Well, there wouldn't be any law. It would be an outlaw society. Srila Prabhupada: Outlaw. Everyone is an outlaw, manufacturing his own concocted system of religion. That is going on. Just ask. In any religious system, what is their conception of God? Can anyone tell clearly? No one can tell. But we shall immediately say, Venum kvanvantam aravinda dalaya taksham barhavatam samasitam buddha sundarangam kandarpakoti kamaniya vishesha shobham govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. Quote, I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, who is adept in playing on his flute, whose blooming eyes are like lotus petals, whose head is bedecked with a peacock feather, whose figure of beauty is tinged with the hue of blue clouds, and whose unique loveliness charms millions of cupids. Unquote. Brahma Samhita 5.30. Immediately, we can give a description of God. If there is no idea of God, then what kind of religion is that? Interviewer: I don't know. Srila Prabhupada: It is bogus. People have no conception of God, and therefore they have no understanding of religion. That is the decline, and because religion is declining, the human beings are becoming more and more like animals. Animal means that one has no memory. A dog comes when there are some edibles. I say hut, hut, and it goes away. But again he comes, he has no memory. So when our memory of God is reducing, that means that our human qualities are reducing. In the Kali Yuga, these human qualities will be reduced. That means that people are becoming like cats and dogs. Interviewer: here's the second question. The traditional charge against Vedic culture is that it is fatalistic, that it makes people slaves to the belief in predestination, and that it therefore inhibits progress. How far is this charge true? Srila Prabhupada: what is that progress? Is a dog's jumping progress? Is that progress? A dog is running here and there on 4 legs, and you are running here and there on 4 wheels of the automobile. Is that progress? That is not the Vedic system. According to the Vedic system, the human being has a certain amount of energy. And since the human being has better consciousness than the animals, the energy of the human being is more valuable than the energy of the animals. Interviewer: probably no one would dispute that the human being has more freedom or, I suppose, responsibility than the animals. Srila Prabhupada: so human energy should be utilized for spiritual advancement, not that the energy should be employed to compete with the dog. The saintly person is not busy like the dog. Today people think that the dogness is life, but actual life is spiritual progress. Therefore, the Vedic literature says, Tasyaiva heto prayateitako vido na labhyate yad brahmatam uparyada talabhyate dukkavad anyata sukham kalena sarvatra gabhiraram bhasa. Quote: persons who are actually intelligent and philosophically inclined should endeavor only for that purposeful end which is not obtainable even by wandering from the topmost planet, Brahmaloka, down to the lowest planet, Patala. As far as happiness derived from sense enjoyment is concerned, it can be obtained automatically in the course of time, just as in the course of time we obtain miseries even though we do not desire them. Unquote. Srimad Bhagavatam 1.5.18. Interviewer: could you explain that a little further? Srila Prabhupada: the human being should exert his energy for that thing which he did not get in many lives. In many lives, the soul has been in the forms of dogs or demigods or cats, birds, beasts, and many others. There are 8,400,000 different types of bodies. So this transmigration of the soul is going on. The business in every case is sense gratification. Interviewer: which means? Srila Prabhupada: for example, the dog is busy for sense gratification. Where is food? Where is shelter? Where is a female? Where is defense? The man is also doing the same business in different ways. This business is going on life after life. Even a small insect is trying for the same thing. Birds, beasts, fish, everywhere the same struggle is going on. Where is food? Where is sex? Where is shelter? How to defend? The Vedic literature says that these things we have done for many, many lifetimes, and that if we don't get out of the struggle for existence, we will have to do them again for many, many lives. Interviewer: I'm beginning to see. Srila Prabhupada: yes, so these things should be stopped. Therefore, Prahlad Maharaj makes the statement, Sukham Aindriyakam Daitya Deha Yogena Dehinam Sarvatra Labhyate Daivad Yatha Dukkham Ayatnataha. Quote, my dear friends, born of demoniac families, the happiness perceived with reference to the sense objects by contact with the body can be obtained in any form of life, according to one's past fruitive activities. Such happiness is automatically obtained without endeavor, just as we obtain distress. A dog has a body and I have a body. Unquote. A dog has a body and I have a body. Oh, did I mention that this is Srimad Bhagavatam 7.6.3? Now, so, the dog has a body and I have a body. So my sex pleasure and dog's sex pleasure, there is no difference. The pleasure derived out of sex is the same. A dog is not afraid of having sex pleasure on the street before everyone, and we hide it, that's all. People are thinking that to have sex pleasure in a nice apartment is advanced. However, that is not advanced. And they are making a dog's race for this so-called advancement. People do not know that according to whatever kind of body one has acquired, the pleasure is already stored up. Interviewer: what do you mean the pleasure is already stored up? Srila Prabhupada: that is called destiny. Destiny. A pig has got a certain type of body and his edible is the stool. You cannot change it. The pig will not like to eat halava, a dessert made of sweetened buttery toasted grains. It is not possible. Because he has a particular type of body, he must eat like that. Can any scientist improve the standard of living of the pig? Interviewer: I doubt it. Srila Prabhupada: therefore, Prahlad Maharaj says that it is already stored up. The pleasure is basically the same, but a little different according to the body. The uncivilized man in the jungle is having the same thing. Now people are thinking that civilization means constructing skyscraper buildings. But Vedic civilization says no, that is not advancement. The real advancement of human life is self-realization. How much you have realized yourself. Not that you have constructed skyscraper buildings. Interviewer: but wouldn't what you're saying make sense to most people? Srila Prabhupada: sometimes people misunderstand. In a high court, a judge is sitting soberly, apparently doing nothing, and he is getting a high salary. Someone else is thinking, I am working so hard in the same court, rubber stamping, and not getting 1/10 of the salary of the judge. He's thinking, I'm so busy working so hard, and I'm not getting as good a salary as the man who is just sitting on the bench. The situation is like that. The Vedic civilization is meant for self-realization, not for a dog's race. Interviewer: Still, isn't it usually considered honorable to work hard, to struggle, and eventually, in quotes, get ahead in life? Srila Prabhupada: The karmis, fruitive workers, have been described in the Bhagavad Gita as mudhas, asses. Why are they compared to asses? Because the ass works very hard, with loads on his back, and in return his master gives him only a little morsel of grass. He stands at the door of the washerman and eats grass, while again the washerman loads his back. He doesn't have the sense to think, if I go out of the cottage of the washerman, I can get grass anywhere. Why am I carrying so much? Interviewer: That brings to mind some people I know. Srila Prabhupada: The fruitive worker is like that. He is very busy in the office, and if you want to see him, he will say, I am very busy. So what is the result of your being so busy? He takes 2 pieces of toast and 1 cup of tea, and for this purpose you are so busy? He does not know why he is busy. In the account books, he will find that the balance was $1 million, and now it has become 2 million. He is satisfied with that, and he will take only 2 pieces of toast and 1 cup of tea, and still he will work very hard. That is what is meant by karmi. Asses, they work like asses without any aim in life. But Vedic civilization is different. The accusation is not correct. People in Vedic civilization are not at all lazy. They are busy for a higher subject matter. Prahlad Maharaj stresses that this busyness is so important that it should begin from one's very childhood. Kaumara acharet pragya. One should not lose a second time. That is Vedic civilization. The asses see these men are not working like I am, like dogs and asses, and they consider that we are escaping. Yes, escaping your fruitless labor, fruitless endeavor. The Vedic civilization is meant for self-realization. Okay, we're going to stop here for today. We shall continue tomorrow. Thank you so much for tuning in. The link to this book is in the description. Check it out, read it along with us, share it with all of your friends. Check out our website, shravanamdiaries.com. We shall see you tomorrow. Hare Krishna.